What's going on, guys? This is Empty Box, and today we're going to be beating up on some oval drivers. I love it. NASCAR iRacing B Series fixed from Road America. Because yes, iRacing does race these cars on road courses like they do in the real world. And it makes things tremendously good fun because, well, just like in the real world, you get to see a bunch of oval drivers who have no business on a road course at all and are just totally incapable of navigating the track at a decent pace driving on a road course. It's hilarious. And then I also look at things and I go, wait, I'm a road course driver, and when I race ovals, do people laugh at me as hard as I'm laughing at these guys? Then again, I'll also say at least I don't get lapped in a 12-lap race on a 4-mile long track. But that's a different story for a different time. There. So anyways, the race that you're going to see, not commentated. I'll interject as needed. It's been like really hot here, and that means I've been racing with my fan on, in which case you probably wouldn't hear my voice anyways, or alternatively you would hear fan noises in the background, which does not make for an appealing video. But I assure you the racing in this video meets your expectations, and I'm going to say that right now before this video has even started, before the race has even started. I guarantee you it'll be a good one, so just sit there, stay, and enjoy having your next 25-30 minutes killed. So there you go. Anyways, let's get the show on the road.
Get ready, going green. The pace car is in. Green, green, green.
I'm not gonna lie, every single one of these races that I've done, my heart has been racing on the start, because you know that you are racing with people who are not road racers, have no clue what they're doing. They're just trying to survive, have some fun. They're just dangerous. Just dangerous. This is very intense stuff, even though it might look like every other race. It's not the same. Not the same at all.
Still there. Hold your line. Clear on the left, car right. Clear on the right. Right side. Clear on the right. Right side.
That was a totally unintentional dive bomb, and fortunately they saw it well in advance and got out of my way. That was not a brilliant racing move. That was them getting out of the way of the guy who totally missed everything. Wheel hop sucks, but it happens.
Thank you, Pat.
Right side. Still there. Clear.
Well, after one lap, we have moved up to third position. We've survived the carnage of the midfield, and the chase is on. So let's see what we have in terms of pace.
car's the leader. Got 10 laps to go.
Number one, what was that, dude? I was completely beside you and you decided to take me out? Don't get mad because you can't drive road like you can drive oval. Nice save, Will. Thank you.
Turn to the left on there.
this point, I know I got good pace. I get a good launch off of the corner. We'll get a little bit of a draft, a little bit of a slipstream coming down into turn 5. Although we are a little bit further back. However, in these big, giant, heavy vehicles that turn and brake about as well as something from the 1960s, doesn't really matter because the brake zones are really long anyways. We take a wide line through there, get a good drive off of the corner, get up the inside a little bit, just enough to make him second guess and send himself a little bit wider than ideal. Sneak on by. Now to chase down the leader.
The next car's the leader. Okay, you're in second.
At this point, it's become clear that we can hang with leader, maybe even catch him. So my mind at this point starts to focus on restraint. In a couple of the previous races that I've done this week, I ended up starting to slide all over the place the last couple of laps, which it's kind of unpreventable because of the fact that the tire temperatures do build up, and well, once you start sliding in something like this, you keep sliding more and more and more. But you got to keep that in the back of your mind. You got to be careful that you don't get too carried away, because it is very easy to do in this car.
So true. Stupid move.
freak off on us. You want to overtake?
Wait.
You've got 5 laps to go.
Yikes.
And there's the mistake that we need. We're right on top of this guy's car, side by side going to the carousel. We're going to drop back a little bit, focus on getting a good drive off of the carousel going into the kink. But because of the way this car drives and how easy it is to get too carried away going into the corner, my favorite way of passing people this week has been to let them out brake themselves. Get side by side with them and brake a lot earlier than what you actually need to, so that way you can undercut them coming off of the corner, particularly in a Canada corner.
Clear.
It's important to remember, restraint. You can't get too carried away. Your tires will turn to balloons and then you'll have no grip and you'll be really slow. Even though we did get a good launch off of the corner, we don't want to be on the right side going into turn 5, personal preference, as well as the fact that it's so easy to get wheel hop under braking into this corner, at which point you lose control of the car, you don't slow down well, and I just don't want to be side by side at this stage in the race. It's too much risk, too little reward at this stage. So let's just back off a little bit, live to fight another day. And just like that, we're through to the lead with only a couple laps left. However, well, the last couple of corners I've been sliding around, as you could see, and that's done the tires no good at all. At this point, they started to overheat, which means that you start to slide more, and when you slide more, you build more heat, and it just compounds itself, and yeah, it sucks. So these are going to be a long 2 laps. Never mind the fact that the track's like 4 miles long anyways.
You've got 2 laps to go. Okay, you are the leader.
If you watched my GT3 at Silverstone race from earlier in this week, you might remember I led every lap in that race, and then, well, there was just a simple racing accident, and it was a bummer. So imagine my surprise when this happens.
You got a slow car on the right. That car's a lap down. Go left.
Why do they always have to spin in front of me whenever I'm in the lead? Why does something always have to go wrong? I swear. Yeah, my heart was pounding when I saw that, and it was made even worse by the spotter saying go left when the car went to the left. Thankfully, I ignored that guy. He knows nothing. So one more lap to win, says Australia man. So let's do this. Okay, we got a decent drive coming off of turn 3. Going into turn 5, we're going to take it easy, going to take it conservative. We're going to avoid wheel hop the best that we can. We're just going to make sure that we survive. We can't win the race in that corner, but we can certainly lose it at this stage. So everything's got to go as smoothly as possible. Or not. Or not, yeah. Oh, God. Oh, God, not again. Oh, wait, why is there a yellow flag? What is going on here? Why? Okay. Remember how I said that there's a lot of old drivers who really are kind of out of control on a road course? Oh goodness, we're about to lap a guy in a 12-lap race and he's not moving over. And the guy's right behind me still. Oh crap, oh crap, oh crap.
Car on your left.
Hey!
Clear.
He moved out of the way! Yes! We got this. Just need to not screw it up. One last corner. Put the power down nicely. Just don't spin out under power. And we got it. There we go. We can do that all day. Simple as could be. Coming up the hill, I managed to forget how to shift entirely. It's kind of embarrassing.
Good job. Okay.
And then the spotter delivers a call I've never heard before and I find quite funny and fitting.
You won. You just toyed with these people today.
Dang right, I really was just trying to give people false hope. I could go 6 seconds a lap faster. Yeah, just toying with them.
Some really hard moves.
Hope you guys enjoy. Bye.